Well, look, we're back. We're back in town. We're back in the studio, and the Duck. We can see you clearly and your features. You've had a makeover. You've done something in the last few weeks that I haven't been here.
I think it's quite obvious. Sue's put a filter on the camera. I am looking pretty sharp, actually. I know.
Hey.
I'm looking.
Oh, maybe you can show us your abs either now or a little later on.
No, we won't go into that. But because I remember I took off. I was on the run. Remember speaking to me when I was on the run?
Scarping out of town.
Yeah, scarping out of town.
You went from continent to continent.
I pulled the kids out of school. It's good to see your buffhead in person. Yeah. I mean, good to see the lovely Sue in person, but. You're actually moving around better. You walked in here. You still got the moon boot on, but you're just moving a lot better than what you were.
Before we start, I know sounds like not housekeeping. I saw a very nice man in. Where did I see him? Where was that bloke? Doesn't matter what town it was. That gave me this.
Well, you went through 850 towns.
I know, and I said. He chased me, and didn't chase me. He followed me out of the supermarket, and I thought he's got to fucking punch me in the back of the head. But he said, "Would I mention?" I'm mentioning it now. This is Rocking Robbo. This is him here. He's running. Let me just quickly tell you, it's for neuroblastoma. I don't know what neuroblastoma is, but it's apparently a thing that devastates children. And he's running the equivalent of 10 marathons every 45 kilometres, 3 days. He's cycling over 1,200 kilometres, covering and challenging terrain that includes whatever it includes. You can get onto him. I said I'll mention it. That's his charity run. He's starting in September. Just look up Rocking Robbo. That's his...
Rocking Robbo. Show us a look.
Rocking Robbo.
Oh, I tell you what, he looks like... He's from Benalla? He starts in Benalla. Oh, he stalked you in Benalla?
No, he didn't stalk me. He asked
Had a bit of Ned Kelly about him, did he?
He loves the podcast. In fact, I don't know if he must know. He must listen to the podcast, or he wouldn't have known
I tell you what
we do.
Anything that has to do with children.
Yes.
How do you pronounce it? Neuroblastoma.
Neuroblastoma.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I think I said blastoma though. Blastoma. Blastoma. So neuroblastoma.
We've given him far too much.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Anything to do with kids.
Rocking Robbo. Get onto him.
Well,
Robbo, you happy with that?
Well done, Robbo.
Righto.
So he stalked you in Benalla, and he
didn't stalk.
Well, it'd be fair to say it wouldn't take much to run you down at the minute.
No, he came as we were checking out of the supermarket, and the woman, the lass said, "That'll be $105 for the where we go." And he said. And he came behind me, and I said, "Oh, hell, yes." And he said, "No." He said, "I'm sorry to interrupt." I said, "That's right." I said, "Well, could I go back to the car and get a flyer?" And I said, "Well, mate, I'm not waiting here. Where's your car?" I thought it might have been a couple of blocks away.
Well, he could probably run there in a minute anyway, given he...
That's right, training. So we've done him, Rocking Robbo, Rocking Robbo. Now...
Neuroblastoma.
Now, Duck, before we get on to you wait...
People wanted me to ask, you've just done Rocking Robbo, which is fantastic, great cause. Like I said, anything to do with children you want to promote. People come up to me in the street, and while you've been away, I've been the only person in the street, and people want to know, have you been to Turkey? Have you ever been to Turkey?
No.
You've never been to Turkey ever? Yeah, because that's where they reckon you got your fake hair from. They still think you've had you got the Turkey hair, and so they want to know: have you ever been to Turkey? So now, don't all of a sudden get Alzheimer's. By the way, that's a very serious illness. But don't you all of a sudden make out you got a little bit of Alzheimer's?
What's a serious illness?
Alzheimer's.
Oh, I thought you meant alopecia.
No,
which is baldness.
Well,
now, Duck.
But have you ever been to Turkey?
Do you pride yourself on being sort of reasonably astute? Do you?
Oh, it just depends. Right. Depends on the day.
You come over here. Here, I'm going to move this away.
Yes. No, I know.
Shut up.
No,
you come over here. What, do you think I've had plugs?
Listen, the turkey
extensions?
The turkey hair. I know that. Listen, the turkey hair. Everyone knows. You go over there, your hair grows. You're growing your own hair back, but you've had a plantation.
You can't grow your own
Yes, you can. You go to Turkey.
So
you can do it here now as well.
You'll be able to see if you've had hair transplants.
No.
Harry bites will look like a field
once
of
you get in,
rice.
It's very silky. Your hair, very silky. Maybe
have
you
a
use.
Look.
Maybe
Go
you.
On,
maybe
go on. Give it a tap.
Maybe you use.
Anything else?
No, that's it.Maybe you use Sunsilk. It's just very silky. It doesn't feel like.
Pat me like a dog.
It doesn't feel like real hair. It's so. Anyway,
I'll be pumping my legs.
For all those people that come up to me and ask me whether it's far too silky, the simple answer is yes.
It's silky.
It's very silky.
I put nothing in my hair.
It's very silky. You know, you wash it.
I wash it.
Do you wash
I wash it occasionally. But there's
Anyway,
a good thing. Well, there's a good thing. If you wash your hair too often, you wash all the oils out of it.
Yeah, well, I think that's maybe that's what I did. I washed it too much.
Yeah, you're washing your scalp at these stages, not washing your hair. My hair.
There's a little. There's good to see you. Good to see you. So we would go from one serious topic to, and no, but I do. I have a lot of people ask me.
Before we get on to, if the way the football's presented, if it keeps going, we're going to march. But I'll get on to that in a minute. The disgraceful pre-game nonsense that we have to put up with, we'll get on to that in a minute. But first of all, we are having a grand final morning live streaming podcast on grand final morning. And there's been furious discussion between you and I, who's cut. We have, at this stage, we said 20 people. We have, I think, one, maybe two places left.
And we have some pending, so
that's my point.
Mightn't be
we
there.
have some pending, but if the people pending don't stump up, anyone can jump in. As soon as we have 20, we're closing it off.
I'm actually starting to think we might have gone a little bit short here, given the
money-wise.
No. Well, people-wise, because the amount of interest we've had has been very good.
We'd be exclusive.
We said yes, I know, and it is.
I noticed the Daily Mail.
We could have put it. Well, the Daily Mail thought that it was a bit pricey. We should have put the.
You wait till you can't get better value than this, and I'm going to tell you what the value is in case there's one or two, 4 or 5 pending. But if whoever jumps in first is in, they come between 10:30 and 1:30. They are fated and stroked by you and me on a live streaming podcast.
Now, what I didn't know, Sam, but I know I'm not cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
What I didn't know before I got in here this morning, that you and I, Sue will be there, Jess will be there helping out. We'll have some helpers because we can't do it all. But you and I will be cooking them breakfast.
Yes.
Or not breakfast, brunch. Yes. So we'll be doing the cooking. You'll be doing your specialty. Yeah. Apparently, bit of Peking duck special.
Correct, yes.
You'll be doing those.
There will be.
And apparently they melt in your mouth.
Yeah, they do. Let me assure you, you'll be doing nothing to do with the cooking. You can give them drinks and serve them and speak shit to them on the side. Well, keep away from the cooking.
I want you to know that I like cooking a barbie myself. And I like being behind the barbecue.
Be the first argument might be the first clue we have. If you touch any of the cooking equipment, I will be doing it, right?
I'm more than. I'll tell you what I'll do then. How about, and it won't surprise everyone, how about I handle the drinks?
That'd be very good. You handle the drinks and make sure you don't have more than the people who are actually there.
There'll be no rosé, by the way.
So you become shit-faced and I have to do the whole lot.
There'll be no rosé.
No, well, anyhow, so I'm just telling you, it is a tax deduction for the people who have paid. We're going to interview them, have a chat to them about who they are. And the live streaming means that people can text in questions to you. I don't think they can do it on the phone. I don't think we have that technology, but they can text live in questions. It's a tax deduction. We will provide. We will hydrate people. We will give them good food. You said, let's not have a slap bang disho thing, and the people can't. This won't be slap bang. This will be very, very sophisticated, and it'll be good.
Okay.
But don't think you're going to sit down with white tablecloths and blue china and crystal glasses.
It's not that style event.
It's not. It's a revelry and merriment get together.
Yes.
And we will now. You said, we've had this discussion. Besides the people paying, can they bring a friend or something?
Well, yes. I didn't say a friend. Not everyone.
What did you say? A stranger?
A friend? No.
Companions or partners.
There might be
or children or sons or daughters.
There might be the odd person that brings their little one.
So
it is grand final day. So. They've got to be a little bit of leeway.
Okay, so instead of 20 exclusive people being there might be 50 or 60 just wandering in.
There'll be 20 exclusive people that are on the podcast and get one of your jump. By the way, I've got a bone to pick with you.
No, hang on. We'll get on to the jumper. This is about the jumpers?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. I've got that head.
Yeah,
I'm just getting this out of the way.
All right.
So when we announce where the venue is, this is the danger. If I announced where the venue, we've got the venue. If I announce now the venue,
you think people are going to just line up out the front?
I reckon there's people. You're going to have people either who have nefarious intentions.
Can't we just send the people, given that we've got all of their
private
can't we
address.
just send them the private address and not mention where it is? That would be probably the more sensible thing to do.
But the person providing the venue would like to know that his venue is being used because he's providing it to us.
So on the day we can promote the venue, just don't promote it leading up to the day.
That's right, and then in the hour that it takes that we've announced it, we'll have hordes of people.
Well, that's
coming.
all right. So you know what? Be a man of the people. Get out. Once we come out, if there's 5 people out there,
they might want to disrupt it.
Oh,
they might think, they might have people from the university that banned us. They might come and protest.
You reckon there'll be a protest?
Yeah, there'll be a protest. Yeah, let's hope.
That'd make for good podcast.
So the company. I've got to mention this, and not have to mention this. PP&U. Promotional products and uniforms. Nathan Henry is providing AFL sanctioned,
AFL standard
jumpers with your credentials on it.
Yes.
Oh, just wait a minute. I said to the duck, I said, are these credentials all right? I'll read them out. This is what they're the jumpers. You can't see them, but you can't really see them. But PPU, Nathan is provided the jumpers and they're fantastic. I've proofed them and I've seen them and they're actually...
And they're already done?
They're already done.
So I can't send them back and get another 5 or 6 stats put on there?
I said to Wayne, I said to the duck, I said, leave it for me to put your pertinent stats on. I said, you've got a whole raft of things they won't fit on the jumper. So this is what I put on your jumper for you. Wayne Carey. 244 games.
This is for North Melbourne, yes.
What?
This is just for North Melbourne.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Well, I said 244 games for North Melbourne. You said this is just for North. I haven't finished.
Yes, okay.
And on the same line, it says 28 games for the Crows.
Oh, good. I'm glad you've got that on there.
Well, that's it there. Yeah. I hadn't finished.
Well done.
672 goals for North Melbourne, 56 for the Crows. 2 AFL premierships for North Melbourne, 7 All-Australian, 4 Best and Fairest, AFL Hall of Fame, North Melbourne Team of the Century. And he said, and I said to hang on, and I said, you happy with that? He said, happy with that. He said, what about the fucking 25 All-Australian?
What about the you've got the Team of the Century there, which is good, but what about Team of the Century captain? What about 4-time All-Australian captain, 2 as vice, that's all. And the reason why I'm throwing these up, what about the 2 MVPs, Lee Matthews, 6-time runner-up? The reason why I throw all of these out there, because In today's stats, they put in there that they made the All-Australian squad of 40, and that all goes up. Well, they finished in the top 3 BNF. So if we were to put all of those in, I guess the whole jumper would have...
You wouldn't have any stripes on it.
Yeah.
The whole jumper would be just words.
You missed some pretty important.
I did not.
The 2 MVPs you probably could have squeezed in there. The Hall of Fame team of the century captain, you probably could put captain in there. But
I tell you what.
Anyway, we're not going to get fussy. They'll be happy.
We're not going to get fussy. Mine says, I'm Sam Newman, I played for Geelong. That's all mine says. And what we'll do is, Doug, when they come, we won't sign them until the people take a photograph of you signing the jumper So we're going to give one each of your jumpers and my jumpers to the people, one ticket.
Ricky Nixon will take this the right way. Ricky did volunteer to stand out the front and sign the jumpers for us.
Now,
that's a joke, by the way.
I know.
You know that case is still going on. They keep adjourning it. Poor Ricky. They keep adjourning it, and he just wants it over and done with.
I don't know if you saw on
social media.
He's got
the chook hit his head.
Well, now we have
the chook nearly lost his head.
We have another theory. We think a disgruntled patron came round and smashed him
very serious. He's got a very serious gash on the top of his head. 13 staples.
I rang him up. I said, "Man, are you all right?" He said, "Absolutely." He said, "I just lifted up my head." How big is how? I'm not sure.
No, he's all right. That's the main thing.
He said I didn't even feel it.
That's the main thing. The chook's all right, but no, I was only saying that.
So you will sign the jumper in front of the person, and if you wish to put 7 MVPs and 5 times vice captain of whatever,
what I'll do is
I'll
write all that in.
Yeah, you can deface the back of the jumper with all that crap. As I say, mine just says I'm Sam Newman. I played for Geelong. You've got all the other stats on it, and Nathan Henry from PP&U. If you want to have a look at promotional products and uniforms, you look up his website and you can get anything that you want from him, but we've got the bee's knees.
We have. And you know what? I'm looking forward to it too, Sam. Good to be good. I know you've got a breakfast in the morning, but this will be I've decided that this is my only thing on grand final day, and then I'll be going off watching the game somewhere, whether you and Sue have had enough of me by then and decide to just sneak off somewhere. But a few of the patrons that will be coming other people will have plans on grand final day, but a few of those will come along with me.
Just not get fly blown by 2 o'clock. I'm happy to stand and be in your company. But if you start just harassing me and headbutting me and pushing me and saying, "Look at you, how did you ever play football, you crumpled up tarpaulin?" Mate, I'm happy to wear all that, but if you start getting aggressive with me, I'm just a frail man. So now, just to cover this off, I mentioned last week, you mightn't have seen the promo I did, is there an analogy between the Nuremberg war trials, this was trying the Nazi people who slaughtered the Jews, and I said, and the Rankin case, I remember
briefly you saying that. Did you get in trouble for that?
No, but I said the Nuremberg war trials that were held in Geneva, and a bloke quite rightly said, "I think the Nuremberg war trials were held in Nuremberg, hence the name." And I looked it up and I said, "You are absolutely correct, sir. The Geneva war trials were an inspiration, if you like, pardon the word, an inspiration from the Nazi war trials in Germany at Nuremberg." So I was likening the fact that the hysteria that went round about Mr. Rankin and the Nuremberg war trials, I thought there was a bit of an analogy there. But I know he's had a reprieve. He's one game closer to getting a gig.
He is, but they have to make the grand final for him to get that gig, Sam.
Well, and you said you are still online. Mind you, you said the Crows and Brisbane would play off.
Yes.
They have to now not lose another game.
Correct.
And they can easily do that.
Well, they can. Well, you've got the Gold Coast Brisbane this week and you've got Adelaide Hawthorn in Adelaide. So it's who's got the tougher side of the draw? I'd argue Geelong are going to meet either Hawthorn or Adelaide in the prelim. and Collingwood are going to either meet the Gold Coast or Brisbane. So last year's premiers. Brisbane are bashed up. So now let's get onto the footy for a little bit, because I just want to bring up that man you said
Mr. Rankin.
Before, Mr. Rankin.
Yeah.
Can you believe I turned on the 18 footy shows last night, just to be across everything. So when we have the 18 footy shows that are on, the different footy shows.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you tune in and people are still talking about Isaac Rankin. Oh, do you think because of what he did, do you think that cost? Hang on, that cost Adelaide the final, and the week and the interrupted week and this and that, and him going away and coming back and having to apologise. Can you believe the crap that these some ex-footballers, some journalists continue to bring up and say, you know what, there was one that the Crows got beaten because they went in there with a crap game plan.
They did.
They were a little bit flustered. They weren't as hard as Collingwood, simple as that. Their pressure wasn't at its best. They fumbled.
Did they make some mistakes?
Paul Roos used to have a stat. He said the team that fumbles less will generally win the game. And I tell you what, if you took the fumbles out of that game, that's why Collingwood won the game. They were cleaner, they were sharper, and they were harder. As simple as that.
Absolutely correct. I watched all the games, and if we get onto the standard of the game, we'll get onto that in a minute.
And then you look at the other game. You look at the Hawthorn GWS game. By the way, for all those people out there, I went 0-4. You got 1 and 3.
Yeah, I said
you got
Gold
Hawthorn.
Coast probably wouldn't score.
You got Hawthorn. That's the only winner you got.
Yeah, I said Gold Coast probably wouldn't score against.
Yes,
Fremantle.
you did. But GWS, the more I look at that game. The more I look at that game and I go, GWS, the way they butchered the ball going forward, and you talk about bombing the ball,
I do.
And that's all they did, bombed it straight to the Hawthorn players.
We need to bomb it to people in the same coloured jumper.
You would have thought.
Yes.
Never lowered their eyes, didn't use the footy great at all, were at times a little selfish, didn't give the ball off to players in better positions. Reasons for everything, but the final, the best final of them all, and not just because it went down to the 1 point. It was persistence and perseverance. Absolutely, Gold Coast and Fremantle was an unbelievable final.
It was exciting.
Yes, wrapped for the Gold Coast to actually win a final. So not just be happy to get there, but to get through.
A couple of pressure goals when it mattered by the combatants.
Yes, Big
see.
Mac Andrew pushed forward, kicked the goal.
Ghanaian boy.
Yes, went back.
What a star to do that.
Absolutely.
That is extraordinary.
So in and around, and this is what's happening, and this is the other thing that annoys me this time of year. One of the big stories and what everyone wants to talk about is not the finals. If the finals were really good, we'd be just talking finals, wouldn't we? And if the footy was really good, we'd just be talking the footy. Yeah. But what everyone wants to talk about is Zach Merritt going to go to Hawthorn. Is he going to leave Essendon? Yep. So just all of these...
And the Crips and
rumours and innuendo. You know how often it actually...
Curnow, are they leaving?
I said this last week. You know how often it happens when these rumours get thrown out there? It doesn't happen too often. I saw Zach Merritt this morning at 6:30 a.m.
Where was he?
Down at a coffee shop. I won't say what suburb. No, he wasn't just getting home. I was just getting home. No. I was just staggering up the street. I happened to run in. No.
Did you speak to him?
I did because I was on the phone to a good mate of mine, Robbie Whitmar, who is...
What, at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, he lives in Canada.
Oh, so fair enough.
So the time... Yes, thank you, Sam. And not everyone sleeps in like you. So
you said to Zachary...
So I was talking to my mate. I said to Zach... It was actually quite a good comeback. He was on the other side of the window. I was inside the cafe. And I said to Zach, I won't say where it is because then people will know where Zach goes to the cafe and I don't want to give that away. So I just yelled out and said, good luck at Hawthorn. I've run into him every now and then. I said, good luck at Hawthorn next year. And he had a bit of a laugh. I said, I believe everything I read. Yeah. And he said, lucky I don't, Duck, believe everything. I thought that was quite a clever comeback by him. And then my mate from Canada, who was, listening to all this, massive Essendon supporter. So I just want to put my 2 bobs worth in.
All right.
Zach Merritt, who is 30, I think he's 30, just turned. Not often.
Is that
The Bombers aren't playing finals anytime soon.
Is that Roger Merritt's son?
No,
it's not. What do you mean?
No,
you
it's
said
not.
That's scoffed.
No, well, it's not. You thought you would have known that. That's not his son, no.
No, I don't know.
Roger was a tough man.
I played against
Yes,
Roger.
I did too. And right at the end of his career, he was at the Brisbane Bears. I played a game or two against him.
Do you think he was a good player?
I thought, no, I'd tell you what, he was a competitive player.
Yes, well done.
Competitive, tough, hard. Robert Walls loved, the great late Robert Walls loved Big Roger Merritt.
Because he did all his
dirty
work
for him. Yeah, absolutely. In the early days, he sent him up there. But anyway,
Zach
Merritt's been rumoured to go to Hawthorn, leave Essendon. I can tell you, in my humble opinion, he's not running away. He's not running away from that.
So
club,
all the
in my
football
opinion,
shows were preoccupied by who's going where rather than the game.
Well, as they always do, and I don't know whether you know this, but the Melbourne coach, they've interviewed. They're interviewing yesterday. They're interviewing today.
Who?
Tomorrow. Melbourne Footy Club for a coach.
Who are they interviewing?
Oh, who are they? Oh, everyone.
Well, give us a name.
I assume, they say Nathan Buckley. They say Skipworth.
Lyle.
They say...
Who's Lyle? Did you say Lyle? Did you say Lyle? Did you say Lyle?
I got. Just let me get the name right. Stop embarrassing. I'll get it right. They're going far and wide.
Who is fucking Lyle?
Gian Syracusa,
yes.
Apparently they're interviewing him. A couple of other assistants at other clubs. But Nathan Buckley, a lot of them I've heard, a lot of them, not them, a lot of them have not wanting to be interviewed because they think it's a boat race. You know what a boat race?
Do I know what a boat race is?
They think it's a boat race. They think Nathan Buckley's already got the job, so why would they?
They're just doing a bit of public relations.
Yes. So some may pull out, but anyway,
Nathan Buckley, didn't he say that he's enjoying not having to get into the?
Yes, I think it's a bit. Bucks wants to win a premiership. He never got one as a player.
So has he been, we've had this conversation before,
Yes.
Has he been a success, this like James Hird, has he been a successful coach?
No.
And so
the reason why I say
Melbourne
no,
gravitate
he had
toward
some
him?
he was left a pretty good team when Mick Malthouse left
Yes.
that. So he got back to the finals. Now he's been to a grand final. Lost a grand final by a kick, as we know.
Nathan Buckley did as coach.
Yes, but people like to say that Ross Lyons hasn't been successful. Ross Lyons played in a lot more finals than I think, and grand
coached
finals
a lot more,
and in grand finals more than Nathan Buckley as a coach. And people think that he hasn't succeeded. So if he hasn't succeeded, then Nathan Buckley certainly hasn't till this point.
Oh, can I ask you just ask you a question?
You can.
Hypothetical question.
I don't like hypotheticals, but you can.
No, if you're the coach,
yes,
and your player, as the siren goes, takes a mark from 35 metres out, directly in front, and if he kicks the goal, you become a premiership coach, and if he misses it, you'll probably be sacked. Has that got anything to do with the coach?
No, it doesn't. No, you're right.
So you said, and I agree with you, that Ross Lyon has lost a...
He's been up in time.
And Nathan Buckley lost a grand final by a kick.
Yeah, correct.
So if he kicks it, he's got that on his CV.
If she doesn't kick the goal from the boundary line, then he's probably a premiership coach. Yeah, exactly right.
That is, from what I remember.
Well, that whole passage of play... That whole passage from West Coast was quite freakish.
It was. It came down with
anyone
else touching it.
McGovern marks, kicks it to a ruckman. Ruckman actually kicks it to a player.
That's probably the last time the game was played properly.
Well, it was. I tell you what, they moved it quickly. They took it to the other end. But to answer your question, in terms of premierships, no. Nathan, if you want to use that as a... But Nathan has... certainly had good years as a coach, and if you get them to the prelim, I think that's a successful year. So he has had successful
liked by the players. Or was he too
strict? I think early. Well, the Rat Pack The Rat Pack.
Yes.
But the thing that I will say, not the biggest fans of Bucks, but remember,
because he liked discipline.
I think Bucks went through a period in his coaching that he thought everyone had to approach the game like himself.
Yes, and austere and clinical and rigid.
And live and breathe.
Yes.
So I think what he would have learnt being out of the game... It'd be reasonable
to expect that if you're on $1 million a year to live and breathe the game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but what makes you perform, some players don't live and breathe the game to perform.
So there we go.
So I think...
Getting people to play for you, not in spite of you.
Yes, so I think that he would have learnt a lot from that. Will he be a better coach this time around? Yes. Have Melbourne got a pretty good list? I think they do.
Melbourne?
Yes, I think they've got an all right list.
Where'd they come on the ladder, incidentally?
I don't know.
This is not
just
Dorothy Dix.
Off the top of my head, 14th probably, something like that.
Did they?
Yeah. So fairly low down.
Who came last?
Who came last this year? West Coast.
Did they?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought Melbourne. All right. All right.
Melbourne.
They got a good list.
They were competitive in a lot of games.
Were they?
They didn't win. Yeah. By the way, James Hurd's young boy. Talking about ex-coaches, James Hurd's back doing a great job in the media. I like listening to Hurdy. You know who is good in the media? Oh. This is why I like them. Because I know you have an interest in this. Because there's some, well, to be honest with you, there's some opinionated hypocrites.
Yes.
As ex-players in the media, they forget they once played and they poop their pants every now and then.
Yes.
And they also made the odd blue here and there, and whether it be on the ground or off the ground, but they have very short memories. But there are two in particular, ex-Bombers, who I think do a magnificent job.
Ex-Bombers.
James Hurd and Matthew Lloyd.
Yes.
I think do a great job in the media.
Yeah, because velvet sledgehammer.
Well, Lloydie can speak in a lot of ways that others can't. I don't think Lloydie's ever put the beer in the wrong esky. I don't think he's ever run on the cement. When you buy a, I don't think he's ever made a blue in his life. Lloydie.
He's a conservative Christian boy.
He is. So when he speaks, I like listening to him.
Looks like Tom Cruise.
He thinks he used to look like Tom Cruise. He puts a bit of rinse through the hair too, Lloydie.
Does he?
Yeah, I think that's
a
rumour.
With him and
he puts. Well, look at his brothers. His brothers are as white as snow, and Lloydie's like a black cat.
He's earnest.
He's
earnest.
I would have thought he would have just one or two greys sneak through the beautiful bouffant that he's got.
He takes no prisoners.
No, he speaks it as it is.
If you disagree with him, he's likely to punch you.
Like I said, he couldn't knock. He can't. He's not exactly Muhammad Ali, Lloydie. I wouldn't be worried about that.
I reckon it's pretty lucky you never played on him.
Oh, please. Lloyd, one, I was at the other end of the ground, but I'm saying Lloydie was tough at the ball, but he's not.
Well, that's right. What else do you want him to be tough at?
Well, you're making out he was going to, he was scary to confront in the
everyday
street.
Life.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon
he's a gentleman.
If you get his
he's a gentleman. I'll tell you what, though, now that I said he might be putting a wrench through his hair, I might be dodging him. No, he's a champion. And like I said, James Hurd.
Beautiful kick.
James Hurd, yes, correct. With a bent leg too, by the way.
What?
Well, he wasn't technically correct. We kicked with
left-footer?
Left-footer, but kick with a bent leg, but could still kick the ball 60.
Who was the other great left-foot kick for goal that you'll think? He's on the television. I think he's on Fox.
On Fox,
yes,
left foot.
Yeah, I said this while I was on the footy show. I used to say this all the time. People say, "Are you serious?" Just think about it. He's on Fox.
He's on Fox.
Played for Hawthorn.
Oh, Jordan Lewis.
No,
Dunstall's a right footer.
Left footer.
Left footer.
Yep, I think he's on Fox.
Yeah, you might be
Ben
wrong.
Dixon.
Yes, Ben. I think it was he a left footer. Yeah, I think
he's a left footer. He was a magnificent.
He was, and isn't it funny? So think about it. Jason Dunstall, Dixon he wore number 19, and now Jack Gunston wears number 19, and they're all beautiful kicks.
Isn't Jack Gunston the man you said came from Brisbane? Couldn't get a
game 2 years ago, and now he's a leading goal kicker for Hawthorn. But they all wear number 19. Benny Dixon, Dunstall, and Jack Gunston, and all
beautiful.
I reckon it must be just in the DNA of that jumper that if you can't kick, you're not allowed. Bungle might have put a rule that said if you're a crap kick, you can't wear number 19.
You think he might have?
He might have done that.
CEO of
he was
Hawthorn.
He's pretty.
The chief. I called him the chief when he used to sit behind a mahogany desk while he was the CEO.
Now you're going to love this because you tell me to bring topics. I'm bringing topics to you. You do. So your friend Caro, guess what her gripe is this week?
Oh my God!
Guess what a massive gripe this week is? Players. There were 3 players. And they're up in arms. She's up in arms about it. So, if a player gives a bird, right? So there's been a few players this year. Jack Ginnivan, I think it was one. Yeah. Someone else might have done it. Oh, Bailey Smith. Actually, Jack mightn't have done it. Bailey Smith did it a couple of times, got fined. The AFL drove down to see him at his house, all of that. So a few players on the weekend, after winning their finals, dropped the F-bomb.
What do you mean drop the F-bomb?
Well, in their interview, they said the word F.
They said it was a fucking great win.
Yes,
so
correct.
Fucking happy.
Correct.
Yes.
So the young champion, and I would call him he's not a champion yet, but he's certainly on the way to being a champion. He's a champion is after you've done it for probably 7, 8, 9 years.
Yes.
So he's certainly on the way. He's a young champion of our game. So he used the F-bomb.
It'll be in an interview.
And they said in the interview after the game, and they said
in the rooms or on the ground?
On the ground,
yes.
And they said it's the only. She was up. She just thinks that it was distasteful, it was wrong, and the AFL haven't given a please explain. They give a please explain for the bird, but they don't give a please explain for the F word. So it'll be interesting to see what happens about.
Do you think anyone's ever given Caro the
I
bird?
don't think anyone gives an F. There you go. About a player. No, I don't think anyone gives an F about the odd player saying F when they're emotional and because the word F used in the right context, with the right emotions, is quite a powerful, good word.
The word F is an acronym. You know that?
Is it
an acronym? It means for unlawful carnal knowledge. Fuck. That's what it means.
Right.
And it's not even a word. Just on that, when I watch a lot of golf, and the golfers, when they hit a bad shot and they got the microphones, so they've got the big thing over there, and I love the commentators.
The pole.
Yeah, they have the thing. And the golfers, and they said, oh, fuck me. I heard one today, he said, fuck me, what sort of shot's that? And the commentator said, yes, we're sorry about that language. Apologise for that. Why do they have to apologise? I mean, don't put the camera there.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, used in the right context every now and then. It's
fantastic.
You know what it shows? It shows the human emotion of sport, and that's exactly what they got.
So
and that's
Caro
exactly what
probably
they got.
Wouldn't be familiar with that.
Hey, well,
did she play awful football? AWFL?
I've got no idea. I assume she would have.
Where do you reckon she would have played if she'd played, Caro?
No idea, Sam.
Well, think about it.
What else have
would she be a nippy little in and under girl, or would
Chol was the other one.
Kicker?
Chol used it a couple of times.
What?
Chol kicked the.
Chol used what?
He used the F word as well
when he was interviewed.
Yes. So there was a few players, but the big one that they were a bit antsy about, and a few of the current ex-players commented on it and said,
well, why don't the AFL just put out an edict saying, boys, boys.
They will now that it's been highlighted.
Just put it out. Just say, boys, could you be mindful when you're being interviewed publicly on the television? Would you mind just taking note of what you say? How about that, rather than fining people and having a letter sent to the club?
Well, they haven't fined them yet, but now that Caro's brought it up, they might. I know there was a reason why I brought up James Hird and Matthew Lloyd. One, because they're doing a great job on TV, but James Hird's young fella won the BNF for Port Melbourne. So
in the VFL?
Yeah, so he got the flick from the Bombers, and he's gone back to the VFL and he's won a BNF. So who knows? He might get another crack at it.
Would that be a comparable standard to the VFL than the Bombers?
Well, you can only win the BNF. You know what? They probably would have beaten the Bombers. To be honest,
that was the reason.
That's why.
Who's coaches Port Melbourne?
Ayres? No. Brendan McCartney.
Does he?
Yes, they've got a good coaching panel. James Hird's actually on the coach. Maybe that's why he's Oh. I'm only joking.
Is he on the coaching panel?
No, he's not. He sits on the. He's like a.
Does he get a vote?
He's a director. No, probably not. No, I'm being facetious. Don't start that. I do now.
Is Brendan McCartney?
I know you'll be. He's the coach.
Did he play for North Melbourne?
Oh, jeez.
No, hang
That's
on.
Jason McCartney for starters.
Who was the bloke that came
Brendan,
back?
the
got
Bulldogs
burnt?
coach.
Who
Bulldogs.
was the
That's
bloke?
Jason.
Oh, thank you. Well,
He's a
that's
GWS.
Well, all right.
Who's
well,
the bloke? Jeez.
Well, his name's McCartney, isn't it?
Yes.
And he got
very
burnt
good,
over
very
in-
good coach.
he got
very
burnt
good
in
coach.
the fire
Yes,
over
that's
in-
Jason.
All right. Well, Jason, Brendan.
No, Jason's at GWS. Brendan's
well,
the coach
just
of
as
Port
long as
Melbourne.
I had the right name.
Now, did you see the flop? Did you see the free kicks paid that were down there? Now, I know you're big on the
mate,
umpiring, and it was against
I
Geelong. Did you see? So the ball was at the complete other end of the
I
ground?
haven't got onto that yet.
Oh, did you have that written down?
The start of the game is a disgrace. The game has been hijacked by the most ridiculous, unnecessary ceremonies before the game. I'm getting onto that. This is out of hand. This is out of hand to have auntie and uncle relations dressed in bloody bearskins standing there speaking shit.
You keep saying bearskins.
Speaking shit.
They're not bearskins.
To anyone who'll listen, irrelevant to 98% of the population. The players stand there for 5 minutes after they've warmed up listening to someone browbeat them about nonsense. I'll tell you why it's nonsense in a minute. And the AFL must surely, sooner or later, say, now enough is enough. We cannot put up with this. This is nonsense.
Sam, I've told you that the bee in your bonnet is, you've got to get over it. But I will say that there was one that went a little bit too long. I think it might have been the freaker. I think the game started 20 minutes late.
We need.
I am joking about
You don't need to have someone dressed in a bearskin.
I'll tell you what you give me, and to all our listeners out there and watchers, you give us a lot of joy. And I'll tell you why, because we know that when there is a welcome to country on, I just laugh now. And by the way, not disrespectfully laugh at the welcome to country.
Yeah, you should.
I laugh about you pulling your fake hair out from Turkey, going, another welcome to country. Poor Sue's in the van and the van's rocking and everything's going off. You would have been like, get it off, Sue. Flick the channel, Sue. I can just imagine you going absolutely berserk.
Would you like me to read out this? Welcome to Country is a ceremony that was invented by Ernie Dingo in 1978. There is no Aboriginal name for Welcome to Country. The acknowledgement of country was invented in the 1990s. The smoking ceremony is a recent invention. It's never been used, welcome to country, to any former pageant at the Olympic Games, at any world events. It is completely made up. It's run by activists. And we have to sit there and be embarrassed to be an Australian.
You've told our listeners.
And I'm telling you what, they should send a representative from the AFL out, get to the microphone and say, everyone, we pay our respects to those pioneers who built this country, and we acknowledge Aboriginal elders, their dreams and their cultures, past and present. End of story. Stop the bullshit. It is demeaning. It is absolutely defiles the game.
Well,
you sit there and you watch. I said, they are completely hijacked the game.
I'm looking forward to these two finals this week. This is what I'm looking forward to, Sue. I'm looking forward to watching the start of the games. And when they have the welcome to country, picturing you go,
because they're just, it is a hoax. The subservience.
But I'm just going to get a laugh out of it.
The subservience and the slobbering suck-ups at the AFL who just put up with this. And the people, why anyone claps, I did say people should boo it. That's a bit extravagant. Tony Jones got me on 3AW with the cow eyes and said, oh, do you think you should boo? I said we should show our dissatisfaction. I'll tell you another thing that's going on. How about the flags now? The flags. Have you noticed recently that we have on the left, we have a blue, green and white flag representing the Torres Strait Islanders. On the right-hand side, we have the Union Jack and the Southern Cross, which is the Australian flag. And in the middle, we have the Aboriginal flag.
I notice you've probably got nothing better to do before a big game starts. So I've got little kids running around, carrying on. So if I get the time, or I'm out or somewhere and I'm watching the game and I'm with people, I'll tell you what I do generally. So this is a little tip, Ducks tip of the week for Sam Newman, right? So what I would do if I was you, I would just, so you know when the game starts, it starts at 3:20, 2:50, 7:40, whatever time the game starts. So Friday night it'll be 7:40. I assume it's Adelaide, that's Adelaide time, so 8-10 our time, whatever it is. Turn the TV on with 1 minute before the time the game starts. You'll miss all of that. You won't pull out your turkey hair, and you'll maybe live a little bit longer because you won't get as frustrated.
Right, Doug. What I do is I tape the football so that when halftime comes, you can just scroll through and see the third quarter starting. And when I turn the tape on to start to watch the game, there they are, the players standing for 7 minutes listening to some bozo or some woman speak absolute nonsense, demeaning everyone that lives in the country, telling them we're so lucky. Why are we so lucky? If we hadn't been here, we wouldn't have a country. And the league, could they bend over backwards anymore to show, haven't we evolved? What they're doing is that they're just driving division every time they do it.
Yep.
Keep away, Uncle and Auntie Jack and whoever you are, mate. You're just making a mockery of the whole thing. It's pathetic. And they're great people. The Indigenous people, met plenty of them, love them. Greatest hero was one, Graham Polly Farmer. He would.
I just love Sam. I just love you. Look here. Calm down, mate. Calm down. All right. I think we're at the end of this one. So
and they show the crowd. They show all the officials and you Dylan. What's his name? Andrew Dylan sitting up with the smoking. And
did you see? By the way, did you see Albo get a picture with Sam Mitchell at the end of the game? The other day, he's a Hawthorn supporter.
No, I did not.
Yeah, he's a Hawthorn.
Albo's
he's a Hawthorn supporter. Yeah, and you know what I noticed, and I thought this was. I'm not sure whether I'm not sure whether Andrew Dillon is a Hawthorn supporter, but he was sitting next to
St Kilda,
Albo.
Wouldn't he be?
But he was clapping. Hawthorn kicked the goal, and I saw him clapping.
How polite.
I'm not sure whether it was for Albo or whether it was for. He wanted Hawthorn to win because maybe they pull some more people through the turnstiles and what GW West would.
I tell you what.
Anyway, I found that interesting.
There should be a law that if you are deliberately a slobbering suck-up, you are banned from going to the football. And you sit there. So this is how you get fooled. I watched the awful Indigenous game.
AFL Women's. By the way, North Melbourne undefeated again.
The awful Indigenous game. That went on. They had corroborees, people playing the didgeridoo. They lit fires. They ran round with sticks over their head. This is before a game of football. You think, what? Who is doing this? And why? It is so annoying because it's bogus.
By the way, the two finals the two finals are interstate this week, so there's not a final in Melbourne. Did you know that?
No,
do you collect? Given you're a 300 club player like me, even though I didn't play, 300.
We'll have a break.
Did you order your tickets?
Just get onto that
because I might give some tickets away.
Just a minute, Doug. We're going to have a break.
Okay. You need a break. Go and take a. I don't know. What have you got?
Got a loose bowel, you reckon?
I don't need a. Sorry,
a little bit tight in the purse.
I don't need a break. But I
don't need a break. I'm thinking of the people who listen to this.
You're pulling your turkey hair out, and you just. All right, go to the break. I'm going to check if my tickets are being sent through.
Be quiet.